The money conversation you're avoiding is costing you everything. There's a conversation you need to have. You know exactly which one I'm talking about. The money conversation with your spouse. And every day you don't have it, it gets a little bit harder, a little more awkward, and a little more terrifying. Here's what nobody's telling you. The reason you can't talk to your spouse about money is because you can't talk to yourself about it. Do you see yourself as someone who runs towards hard things or away from them? Because right now you're running. And I'm not here to shame you for that. I'm here to show you how to stop. Let me tell you what's really happening. You're avoiding looking at your bank account. You're avoiding opening the credit card statements. You're avoiding the budget conversation because you already know what you'll find. And it feels safer to just not confirm it. And your spouse, they're doing one of two things. One, they're avoiding it too, which means you're both living in a financial fog, hoping the problem solves itself. Or two, they're trying to bring it up and you're shutting it down, changing the subject, getting defensive, or making excuses. Either way, there's a wall. And that wall isn't just about money. And here's a truth you cannot escape. What you resist persists. What you avoid grows. What you refuse to face controls you. You think you're protecting yourself by not looking, but really, you're just giving your financial chaos more power over your peace, your marriage, and your future. And here's the part that hurts. Your kids are watching. They're learning that when things get hard, you hide. They're learning that money is something to be feared instead of managed. Is that what you want to teach them? Now, everyone else would tell you, just sit down with your spouse and have a talk. But that's terrible advice, because if you can't be honest with yourself about money, how are you supposed to be honest with someone else like your spouse? So here's what we're going to do differently. We're not starting with your spouse. We're starting with you. You're going to have the money conversation with yourself first. You're going to practice getting on the same page with yourself before you ever invite your spouse into the room. Think about that. When's the last time someone told you to get your head right before trying to fix your relationship? It's like learning to swim. You don't jump into the deep end with someone else hanging on to you. You practice in the shallow end. You get your form right. You build confidence. Then you swim together. The same page method is a simple framework that takes you from financial chaos to financial clarity in one conversation. But here's how we're using it for you right now. You're going to write down your money story, not your spouse's version, yours. What you learned about money growing up. What scared you? What excites you? What you believe about it. Then we're going to bring that past story into the present. You're going to tell the truth about where you are right now. The account balances, the debt, the income, the spending, all of it. Write it on paper to yourself. No judgment, just truth. Feel free to use an iPad or computer if you like. This is the part everyone skips. They want to jump straight to the future, to the goals, to the dreams, the plan. But you can't get to a destination if you lie about where you're starting from. Let's talk about the future. Now you write what you actually want, not what you think you should want. What do you want your financial life to look like 12 months from now? In detail. What is that? Capture that picture. Write it down. And here's the most important box. This is where you make one promise to yourself. Just one. Something small. Something you know you can keep this week. Maybe it's, I will look at my bank account every morning. I will track every dollar I spend for 7 days. Or it might be, I will just read one chapter in a book on money. Small promises kept build the muscle of integrity. And when you keep the promises to yourself, you start becoming someone who can have hard conversations. I've watched people do this exercise and cry. Not because it's painful, though sometimes it is, but because it's the first time they've been honest with themselves about money in years. And that honesty, that is where freedom starts. So here's what I want you to do. I'm giving you the same page method framework for free. No catch, no credit card, just a simple tool that works. You're going to practice. Do this exercise alone, just you. Get comfortable with the truth. Now process it. Sit with it for a few days. Let it sink in. Notice how it feels to be honest with yourself. Then I want you to prepare when you're ready, and you'll know when you're ready. You're going to invite your spouse to do this with you. And here's what's going to happen when you do it together. They're going to see that you have already done the hard work on yourself. They're going to see you're not blaming them. They're going to see you're leading by example. And that changes everything, because this isn't really about money. It's about becoming the kind of person who faces hard things. It's about integrity, being whole and undivided. It's about building a marriage where you can say the scary truth and know you're safe. You're not someone who runs away anymore. You're someone who runs towards. You're becoming the person who has the hard conversations because you know that's where growth lives. Look, I know you're scared. I was too. That's okay. Courage isn't the absence of fear. It's doing the thing even though you're afraid. Here's your next step. Click the link below. Download the Same Page Method. Print it out or open it on your iPad. And schedule 30 minutes with yourself, just yourself, to fill it out. Do it this week, not next week, not when things calm down, this week. Because the longer you wait, the bigger the wall between you and her is going to get. Remember, what you resist persists. You are someone who tells the truth. You are someone who keeps promises. You are someone who does hard things. Start proving that to yourself. Then invite your spouse into the proof. Your financial future doesn't start when you have more money. It starts when you have more courage. Courage starts with one honest conversation with yourself. You can grab the Same Page Method in the link below. Go get it, practice it, and then come back and tell me what happened when you had the conversation with your spouse.